When the Lord uses our time, our resources, there is always a reward and there's always a blessing in doing so. And in this passage, we see that Jesus says to them, go. He gives them an instruction. Now, naturally speaking, that instruction doesn't make sense because of a few things. Number one, in that sea, you wouldn't fish in the daytime because it's hot. So you'd fish at night because the fish come up because it's warmer, right? And what Simon said, and this is a great lesson on faith, because faith doesn't deny the circumstance. Faith does, nothing's happening here. No, if you're going to move the mountain, you need to acknowledge there's a mountain there, right? So what Peter said wasn't disobedience or complaining. He had toiled, he had worked, he had labored all night, and what was his result? Nothing. You know, sometimes, guys, we're not just sitting at home being lazy. We're working diligently. We're doing our best. But then sometimes the company brings out a pay freeze. Sometimes the economy goes down. Sometimes something happens which is not necessarily down to you. And when you've done all that you know what to do and still no fruit or no result. But what does the Bible say? Nevertheless, but God, one word from the Lord obeyed can produce a miracle. And you only see this in the New King James Version, I believe. But notice how Jesus said, let down the nets, plural. And Peter just said, I'll let down. Okay, Lord, I'll let down the net. I don't know about you, but sometimes God is saying, I want you to do this. And you're like, okay, Lord. And then, not you guys, I know the church down the road. Then you do this. But let's learn from this. If God is saying, go for that job, go for that house, go for that step, go for that position, move forward, even if you do not qualify, even if you applied for the same job for the last 5 years and got nothing, one word from the Lord, in that word is the power, is the miracle. Amen. In that word, right? If Peter said, Lord, no, I labored all night, look, I know you're anointed to do that, but listen here. This is my business. This is my trade. Yeah? We do not fish in the daytime. Right? But guys, be sensitive this year because it's a year of miracles. A year of transformation. But you'll need to be conscious of the Lord and His instructions. And sometimes those instructions won't make sense. Sometimes there are instructions which you've heard before, but now that you're sensitive, you're going to be open to obey it.